Okay guys, you know how much I love to talk to my neighbors. Here are some of them. Hola! Hello! I'm just disturbing you guys. But I also have another van friend and a neighbor here that I really want you guys to meet because I was so inspired by him. And this is my new friend Paulius. Do you pronounce it like that? Paulius?
That's right, that's correct. Hi, Therese.
Hello. And we have been hanging out now for a few days. And I'm so inspired by you. Have been living in this for 4 years, 3.5.
Yeah.
Oh my god. And I mean, come here. How tall aren't you? How tall? How literally? How tall are you?
Maybe just to put into perspective how short you are.
I'm not so short. But how tall are you?
I'm 196.
Holy macaroni! It's so crazy.
Yeah, it's a Lithuanian average. No, I'm joking.
Yeah, and I mean, you live in this car.
Yep.
In this car. Holy macaroni.
Sometimes I feel like it's a bit too big.
Too big?
No, I'm joking. I would be the first person who ever says their van is too big.
Yes.
Hi, I'm Paulius. I am from Lithuania. I've been traveling around Europe in this tiny van for 3.5 years now. And currently I'm in Spain and I'm chasing the good weather. So during COVID, I really wanted to travel, and I started traveling with a small car, which was a Ford Mondeo. Just had a mattress in the back and not much else besides a refrigerator and a cooker. And then the moment curfews dropped, I decided to upgrade to a bigger van, which was about 3.5 years ago. And I've been traveling with this van ever since, and it's been plenty big for me, the size of the vehicle.
Could you please show us your van? What do you have in your van?
Sure. So long story short, it's a short wheelbase Volkswagen Transporter from a while ago, and I have all the basic necessities. Over the years I've configured it to make it more convenient for me. So I have everything in my diesel fridge, a diesel heater over there, water tank, a sink that comes out. I have a table that's comfortable for work. There's a single bed that transforms into a double bed. The seats in the front turn around to make it more spacious. Funny story, once I slept 5 people in here.
Seriously?
Yeah.
How?
That was really fun.
How? You need to be like on top of each other.
Yeah, it was really fun. Fun night.
OMG.
I would say that one of the biggest challenges with traveling alone overall would be to socialize and meet other people. And traveling and working at the same time does restrict you a bit in ability to socialize with others. So meeting other people has always been the biggest problem. And over the course of a couple of years, I have managed to push myself out of the comfort zone and go up to people, talk. Sometimes as simple as knocking on their door and saying, "Hi, I'm feeling bored, do you want to talk with me?" Sometimes as simple as that, and meeting other people, because van life is great, but it's the people that really make it or break it. More often than not, make it.
How do you do your business?
You usually go to petrol stations and shopping malls for the important business. I do have a backup plan idea with that involves bags and stuff like that.
Yeah. Okay, but you have no like can for it, like if the plastic.
Yeah, I do.
bag.
There's a solution. I'm not gonna show it, but it does exist. There's a comfortable way to do it.
Okay.
As for showers, if I really want a warm shower, I can warm up just in a kettle of hot water, pour it into the main tank, and you can use my garden hose as a shower head, and that's how often I shower. Although I prefer going to truck stops for like 2-3 euros. I can shower there, or gym carts and so on like that. Just recently got another guitar, and this van is way too small for 2 guitars. Yet I really wanted it. And because this is what I want to do every single day. When the sunshine is out, I want to play with it. So yeah, there's very little space for storage, and I had to go around with like workarounds where I would take like a bag from Decathlon and I would strap it with straps to the roof. And we were driving like this through Morocco, you know, sand is going everywhere into that storage compartment on the roof. And but all the stuff is needed sometimes, especially when you travel with somebody else.
And you also work here, right?
Yeah, that's right. I can show you
Yeah.
how I sit.
Yeah, please show us. How the heck are you doing this? You don't need like...
Yeah, so I
A
designed the
massage?
bed to be of good enough height for me to sit with my straight back-ish. And then I have my laptop for work and I can lay back like this, right? I mean, I don't often work like that, but if I do, then I do. Then also I can this, or sometimes with my feet up. However I feel like comfortable, and yeah, it's pretty comfortable. This table design is fantastic.
You made it yourself?
Yeah, I did, and I really am happy with the way it works.
Yeah.
So this is where I spend my work hours.
Really amazing.
So I'm a freelance software developer working for a company full-time, meaning that I do have to spend my work day right here where I'm sitting right now, working, sometimes being on calls with colleagues, needing stable internet and other things, and being comfortable sitting in front of the laptop. And those are important considerations when designing the van. And when parking somewhere, I also prioritize like whether there's good reception and those kind of things. In the past 4 years, I've been working for companies for 1 year, and then I take about 6 months off, sabbatical you could say, traveling and enjoying. And then again I found another company and then work again. So this allows me really to stretch out the income to make this life sustainable. So I wouldn't need to work for years and years every single day and have some time off as well. In terms of work, it's been really important for me to prioritize how comfortable I can be while I work, because spending 8 hours a day programming in this van can be challenging. Some of the things I had to think about was power consumption, comfort, seating comfort, and temperature control. Being a small van, temperature control isn't that big of a deal because I can open up the doors and I get nice wind when it's hot, and during cold days I have a diesel heater, so I'm quite toasty and cozy here. As for the equipment, I'm very happy with choosing a low power consuming computer, a laptop, and I can last with it for days, if not a week, with minimal sun. As for expenses, on average, including food and tolls and repairs and everything, I would say it swivels around 700 euros a month here in the Southern Europe. However, there are always many unexpected expenses like repairs and other stuff. But considering rent is sometimes way more than 700, I only see the benefit in traveling like this. If you're a software developer and you're looking for traveling in a van and working remotely to make it sustainable, I would recommend going on LinkedIn and specifically writing that immediately in your bio on LinkedIn, saying I am a remote digital nomad, or however you like to phrase it, so that headhunters would be specifically looking for those people, because there are companies who only hire remote workers and they do not have an office, and those are the companies you might want to be applying for. And once you have the company, then it's all a matter of making them understand that you're capable of working remotely, that you don't need babysitting, and you're reliable. The one and only thing I'm most excited about this whole van life thing is absolute freedom. And I don't mean freedom as if you can sit behind a steering wheel and just drive wherever you want. That's kind of like geographical freedom, which everybody has. Everybody can do that. What really puts this apart is the social kind of freedom. The freedom where you feel like you can behave and express yourself however you want. For example, back home in Lithuania, I wouldn't dress like I dress now. I wouldn't talk like I talk now. I wouldn't, put on this hat which is very expressive or something, because it's kind of socially tying. And that's perhaps the single coolest thing about van life, and why I'm so addicted to it, is because I can express myself so freely. I don't know these people, they don't know me, they will never see me again. I can behave like I want. I'm meeting people who don't know me yet. They can form whatever opinion they want about me. There's no specific goal. Just because I live in a van already, they have a predisposition to think that I'm a free person, and that's how they will take me in, as opposed to going to a bar or a cafe and wearing a tie and a shirt, and they have another judgment about your personality just based on the environment and the context of like who I am.
And you could also like take out your bed, right?
Yeah, it takes a little bit of doing. The idea is that it's primarily designed for one person, for me, and then if I have friends over, with a little bit of effort, I could transform it into a slightly bigger arrangement with a bed like that, and then this comes out like that. And then, of course, a common problem with transversible beds is that the mattress has to feel comfortable after it comes out. So because this is where it ends, the mattress kind of squishes into itself, and it becomes really, really comfortable to sleep even on this gap after I put everything down like that. And now we have a bed that's 1.30 m, and I can sleep several people here.
Amazing.
Good.
Yeah.
Just like that.
Perfect.
With basically one hand, I could do the whole transformation.
That's crazy.
Something I learned while traveling was that I am actually a way more social person than I thought I was. Honestly, being back home, I was really cooped up and introverted, and I thought that's how I am, and that's it. However, when you're traveling, you quickly realize that without other people, there's not much content in your life. Every best story you ever remember, maybe you too, was with other people in that memory. Even if you were surfing and the wave wasn't the best, but you were with your friend, that was like probably the best memory. So I definitely learned that being social is really very meaningful, and it's the people that really make things memorable and meaningful. Okay, so for cooking, when I extend the table, I can take out the cooker, and this would be my cooking area with all the stuff that I can reach with my hands without going anywhere, without leaving my place. All the vegetables and all the cooking stuff is right here in these baskets. I have my cutlery right here, and that's all.
Cool.
For water, so I'm using a garden hose with a pump inside the tank, so I can reach anything I want, and I can also use it from the outside for washing dishes. So for the first year while I was traveling alone. This was a new thing to me. I was kind of stranged out by the whole thing, and I was traveling alone with a puppy and not much more than that. And I only got to meet like one or two other van lifers throughout the whole year in Greece. The second year though, I promised to myself I'll do something epic, something different, something amazing, and I pushed myself out of the comfort zone. And it just so happened that when my van broke down, inevitably, I went to a hostel, and over there I met some really cool people. Some of them were, what are they called? Hitchhikers with a backpack and a guitar. And to three of them I said, guys, let's hop in the van, let's travel together. And that ended up being an amazing experience. We were traveling, four of us, them sitting here on this bed in the back, two people in the front. We were driving when police were stopping by. Or like when police was stopping us, we would like quickly hop behind the bush and have the guys hop out, and then like the police comes over and they don't see that anybody was sitting here in the back. There was a whole thing, and that was proper epic, and it was really, really fun. I felt like I live in a dormitory, like plus, and it's so fun. And since that happened, I was so much more open-minded for the upcoming trips, and when I would meet really fun people that don't have a van, or even if they do have a van, to travel together. It's a kind of a convoy, kind of like a band community, just like young people having fun, and that was wonderful. And if I didn't have a remote job that could sustain this, I don't think there's any other way how I could experience anything remotely close to that. Something that I do when I have friends over traveling together, we just do childish stuff. I just feel like I'm back in high school again. And we have this kind of childish nature of, we have a band. This is the Van Daddy Band, and you're in the Van Daddy bandwagon. And we come up with those silly names to have fun. And the idea with the whole thing would be that there's this feeling of like unity, that we're like a band. We're like brothers and sisters here in this van. We're exploring and experiencing nature and the van life together. And it's a kind of pretentious nonsense, which I love. And doing this kind of stuff, it makes everybody happy really around, and me too. So last year we were in Morocco, me and my ex-girlfriend. We also had a dog, a beautiful English setter, and we parked up in the forest somewhere in Morocco near some village or something and a highway, and the dog got lost, and we were looking for it for a long time. We had police coming over telling us there are murderers in this forest, you should run away. We had the policemen driving on the highway looking for the dog, saying they maybe saw a dead dog or something, but it wasn't the case. And then we had another like language barrier, communication problems. The whole ordeal took 3 days for us to find the lost dog. We had an entire village up on their feet, combing through forests, helping us, trying to find the dog, until we finally found it safe and sound. But this kind of experience not only just showed how like dangerous it could be, but also how friendly people are, even without understanding the language or those kind of things, because the villagers in that Morocco town were very, very helpful, very friendly. They invited us home to sleep, and they fed us, gave us everything we might need to calm down. And that experience will definitely be the most memorable for me for many, many years, because that was some of the highest friendliness I've met and hospitality I've met from a foreign culture. I do completely believe that for certain types of people, this kind of lifestyle would be completely sustainable for decades, easily, but it's not for everybody. And for certain people, perhaps there are goals like raising a family, or being a business owner where you have to be on site, and other ideas. Even just something as simple as, I want to form a band and play music with somebody seriously. Those kind of things really do put you somewhere. However, considering where you're from, perhaps it's Amsterdam or London, maybe rent is so expensive that you could do both, be on site and in the van.